Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. As always, please do what feels right for you. You know your body better than anyone. I'll be making offerings and you can take them or leave them or do them in a different way so you're taking good care of yourself. Let's begin on our backs. You can spread out, come into a symmetrical, relaxed position. Take a couple of really deep, slow breaths to help you settle. Letting go of everything that's not needed right now. And then come into a slow, steady rhythm with your breath. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you. Let's begin by taking arms overhead and reaching out really long through your arms and legs. Interlace your fingers, press out through your palms and flex your feet, reaching through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then release and bring your right knee to your chest. Give that knee a good squeeze in. And straighten the right leg up, holding somewhere behind the leg. Flex and point. Circle. A couple of big circles both directions. And bend your knee in, open your knee out to the right, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of the left leg. Finding just the right amount of effort to be here, so the main feeling is ease. Let's release, bend the knee, bring it across, spinal twist. And then staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal, your right arm on a high diagonal, letting fingers and toes reach away from one another. Release, roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in, take a little circle or rock. Grab hold of just the left knee, drop the right leg long, squeeze that knee in close. Straighten your left leg up, flex and point. Circle your ankle, big circles both directions. Bend your knee in, open your knee out to the left, and straighten part way or all the way out to the side. Release, bend your knee, bring it across. Stay in your twist and straighten the left leg. Whole body in a big long line. Roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in, little circle or rock, and then drop your feet to the floor. We'll get set up for a little bit of core work. Draw the belly in, press the lower back down from the inside. Interlace fingers behind your head. Exhale, lift, head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Exhale up. Inhale down, keep going like this. Try not to use too much arm strength or momentum, so it's really abdominals contracting that is guiding the movement. Two more. Last one. And release. Send your right leg up. Exhale, head up towards your leg. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Two more. Last one. And switch. Left leg high. Exhale, head up. Inhale, head down. One more. Release and switch. Right leg high. This time take your left arm across. Each time you exhale, reach a little further across. One more. And switch. Last set. Left leg high, right arm across. Last one. Release. Send both legs up. We're going to outwardly rotate the legs. Bring one leg in front of the other and then switch back and forth quickly. As you slowly lower your legs towards the floor, when it gets difficult to keep the lower back on the floor, head back up. It's a nice slow lower and lifts, quick little switches, legs straight and strong. But see if you can relax your face while you do this. One more, lower and lift. And then release. Make your way up to sitting. And let's come on to hands and knees, tabletop. If you would like to pad your knees and you have something, feel free to put a blanket or cushion under there. Hands right under shoulders, knees under hips. Fingers spread, hands flat. Let's take a few rolls through the spine, starting by lifting head and tailbone. And then round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Now, inhale, arch. Shift your weight forward, bend your elbows straight back, and dip part way or all the way to the floor. Press up, round, arch. Dip down. If going all the way down is too much, just do what feels right. Maybe it's a couple of inches and push up from there. Round, arch. Go forward to dip down. Press up, round, arch. Dip down, press up, round, arch. One more time. Press up, and then round and sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side, pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Come back to center, and let's lift up through table and into downward facing dog. And take your time opening up the backs of the legs. Walk your hands and feet towards one another and hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. Maybe a little sway or shake out. Bend your knees a little more and slowly roll up. Let's come up to the front of the mat into mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet can be together or apart. We'll bring hands together at the heart. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen, part way up. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Come into your back bend, cobra or up dog, as low or high as feels right for you. Back to down dog when you're ready. Let's take 5 deep breaths here, or in any other resting pose. You could come to child's pose, or sitting, or on your forearms or knees. More important than the shape, come back to slow, steady breath. Come back to just being here doing this. If your mind had wandered, each rest is a time to regather again. One more breath here. Coming back through down dog. Step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. From down dog, let's send the right leg up, bend your knee in, and start circling this bent right knee in the biggest circle you can make, exploring your full range of motion. Next time your leg is up, reach it a little higher, and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. And right towards the center of your chest. From here, lift the right hand and tip over, lifting the hips. Release, right hand back to the floor. Let's thread the right leg out to the other side and lift the left arm. And rather than doing this in a particular way, you can play around, bending one leg or the other, exploring. And then make your way back to down dog. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in, start circling. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight and then bring your left knee towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Take it across. Send it up and back. Right towards the center of the chest. Lift the left hand and then flip over. Flipping your dog, lifting hips, wild thing. Bring your left hand back to the floor, thread the left leg out to the other side, lift your right arm. Could Just explore in any way. And then make your way back to a good rest. Really letting go. Coming back through down dog. Let's step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. Hips sink low. Head lifts high, shoulders low, fingers high. Feeling everything that's going up and down at once. Last breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhaling, flat back. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Sink low. Inhales, length, expansion, opening. Exhales, grounding, depth, letting go. Last breath here. Tip forward, standing splits, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. Stretching that left leg as straight and long and high as you can. Big step back. Warrior one. Let's take eagle arms, right elbow on top. Lift the elbows, lift the chest, little upper back arch, but keep a deep bend in the front leg and try and have the lower back be long by dropping the tailbone. Shift your weight forward, come onto the toes, that back foot, and then step into eagle, Garudasana. Knee on top of knee, hips low, wide, long torso. Release, unwind, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Roll open through the top arm, expanding one arm to the other, head to foot. Last breath here. Release. Make your way back to down dog. From down dog, left leg sweeps up, step forward, high lunge, arms up, sink low. Last breath here. Tip forward, standing splits. Really try and square off the hips, try and let your head drop and reach that back leg as long as it'll go. Last breath. Step back. Warrior one. Eagle arms, left elbow on top. How much can you feel in this complicated pose? A lot's going on. Shift your weight forward, come onto the toes of that back foot. Step into Eagle, Garudasana. While you're concentrating on balancing, can your breath be steady even as you might be wobbling or falling? Unwind. Half moon, going in the directions you know to go in. Meeting your limits right where they are, perfectly. Release. Make your way back to a good rest, letting go of all of that. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Let's take a twist this time. Left elbow cross to the outside of the right knee. Working the palms towards the center of the chest, opening that top shoulder. Back to center, hips low, arms high. Same thing other side, right elbow cross. Back to center, hips low, arms high. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the heart. Fold, wrapping arms overhead, and you can separate your feet, hip width apart or wider. Release the arms all the way down. Lower your hips, come into a squat malasana. You're welcome to adjust your footing. You're welcome to use props, sitting on a block or sliding a blanket under your heels. Open up the knees using the elbows and roll your shoulders back and down. We'll work our root lock here, Mula Bandha. Same as a Kegel exercise. As you exhale, draw the pelvic floor muscles in and up. As you inhale, release that. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. And engage and keep holding, keep breathing, drawing in strongly through the bottom, connecting that energy all the way up through the top, feeling the full length of your torso, your spine. And then release. Come back to a forward fold. Feet back to parallel. Any arm position. You could grab your big toes. You could hang and ragdoll. And give your neck and shoulders a little squeeze. Take a little step back from the front of the mat to try crow. Bakasana. Even if you don't get your feet off the floor, just trying, going towards can be a useful experience. So hands flat, knees somewhere to the upper arms. Shift your weight forward. Start to notice more weight in the hands, less weight in the feet, and just go to the place where you can go. Maybe it's 80% in the hands, 20% in the feet. If you are able to get 100% of the weight in the hands, you can go ahead and lift your toes off the floor. If it's not 100%, stay where you are and just breathe here. Let's release. If you can, slide your hands under your feet so the toes are up to the wrists. Stand hand, Padahastasana. Let's make our way back to down dog. If you'd like to take crow again, maybe work on hopping out of crow, you're welcome. You could also just step back, take a regular vinyasa to get back. From down dog, right leg sweeps up, step forward, high lunge, arms up. Let's take a twist here, left elbow across. You can work palms towards the center of the chest. You could extend the arms on inside or outside. You might try for a bind. See if you can grab those fingers or your wrist behind you. Release, hands to the floor. Drop the back knee. You may want to pat it. And you may want to grab a couple blocks for your hands. We're going to come back for a hamstring stretch. So you can inch the front foot forward, flex the toes back. Hands right under shoulders, as high as you need them. You might go towards splits, Hanumanasana. Backing out or going deeper as needed. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. We'll bring both hands to the inside, turn out through the right foot and come down to lizard pose, either on blocks or the floor, hands or elbows. If you want to try adding a quad stretch for this, you can bend the back leg, draw it in. Release. Make your way back to down dog through any movement. Left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Come into a twist. Similar to what you did on the first side. Prayer twist. Arms extended, binding, something else. Release. Drop the back knee, pat it if you like, grab blocks if you like. Flexing the front foot. And at any moment you might go a little deeper, maybe towards splits, or you might back out a little, so you are playing at your edge. You did slide forward, slide back, lizard pose, both hands to the inside, turn out through the left foot, and then feel around inside the pose, finding how does this work best for me now? If you did try a quad stretch, you might try that again. Release. Make your way back to down dog. And then back to a good rest, whether that's down dog or something else. Make your way through to sitting. Extending legs forward. Feel free to sit up on something and then use your hands to support you as you fold. Could be on the feet, something around the feet, or on the floor, wherever it's most useful for you. Shoulders down, away from the ears. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Bring your right lower leg up and cradle it, rocking back and forth. Try and sit tall. So if your back is rounding, just do your best to sit tall. Come right up onto the sit bones. And then open your knee a little more out to the right. And we'll place the right foot either on the left thigh for half lotus, or if that doesn't work for your body, Janushirshasana at the inner thigh. If you are trying half lotus, you might try for a bind, reaching the other hand around to grab the inner elbow or big toe, and then fold in whatever way you're able. You're just going towards length, towards folding. Use your hands to support you. Release, upper body up. Keep the right leg more or less where it is. Bend the left leg just a little. So heel is in line with the midline, nice open, wide angle. And we're gonna fold. So folding starts with lengthening, and then whatever amount of folding, could be just like an inch, or some of you might come all the way down. And bring your upper body back up. We're gonna lean back, lift the legs, and then see if you can touch your left toe to your nose. You're not gonna be able to, but try. Keep reaching it and reach your right knee away. And now if you think you could get into half lotus or into full lotus, you can try. If you know you could do it with the use of your hand without hurting anything, go ahead and use your hands. And then you'll either be in half lotus, full lotus, or crossed ankles. And we're gonna try and lift the hips. So even if your arms are short like mine, you can engage your core to try and lift up. So even if it looks like this, like nothing's happening, you're still probably engaging all the same muscles. So trying to lift the hips, get a little space, breathing here, 5 slow ones. Release. We're gonna get ready for the other side. You might just unwind your legs and straighten out and get ready for the other side. You might try a lotus vinyasa. Please don't hurt yourself. Lotus vinyasa is coming onto the knees, bringing your elbows in towards your pubic bone, leaning forward to lift the legs, and then flipping them out. I'm trusting you all at home not to hurt yourselves, so please don't. Make your way to sitting. Bring the left leg up, cradle it, little rock. And I just want to say, with these like trickier, more advanced poses, there's no prize for getting it. Like, it doesn't help you get enlightened or anything like that. Believe me, I've tried. The point isn't to crank your body into shapes that your body doesn't work with. It's to do things that are outside of your comfort zone and then see if you can be on your center while you're doing whatever you're doing. So you might come into half lotus. You might come into Janu Sirsasana. You might bind. You might fold. You might have stopped practicing and just watch for a little bit. Whatever you're doing, can you feel that you are breathing? Can you let what you're doing be as it is? And that practice of surrendering into what is happening is the path to freedom. Bring the upper body up, bend the right leg a little, big open angle, lengthen and fold whatever amount. Bring the upper body back up, lean back, reach your right toe to your nose. Maybe you can get this side in. If you can't, and you might be able to using your hands, use your hands. We'll come up. This time we're going to try and lift. So trying is doing. You don't have to get any space. And we'll take 25 rapid inhales and exhales through the nose. It's even faster than the 5 slow ones. So coming up. You can unwind your legs or try that Lotus Vinyasa again. Make your way onto your back. You can bring your knees in, take a little circle or rock. Drop your feet to the floor. Get set up for a few back bends, starting with bridge. Press your feet down, lift your hips high. Interlace your fingers behind you. Take your arms out of your way, roll down. When you feel like coming up again, come up again. Could be bridge, what we just did, or maybe you try half wheel or full wheel or supported bridge or any other arm or leg variation you know or want to try. Just really paying attention to how it is. Some of these poses might have worked at one time, but not so much now. Really listen to your body. Stay as long or short. When the pose feels complete, come down and rest. If you want to take more, take more. We are moving towards the end of this practice, so please listen to your body. Do what you feel right doing. If you want to join me for a counter stretch, happy baby, or something else. I'd like to give us a chance to do an inversion. I'm not there to keep you safe, so please listen to your body. One gentle inversion would be to place a block under your sacrum and take your legs in the air. You could also go to a wall and do legs up the wall. If shoulders stand and plow, or poses that feel right for you, you might try them. Please don't hurt yourself. Rocking legs overhead, you might bring your hands to your back for support, inch your elbows in towards one another, and try taking the legs up. You can stay here as long or short as you like. There are many leg variations, including plow, taking legs overhead. When you are ready to come down, do so as slowly as you can. What's going to help you lower your hips as slow as possible? Let's take fish. So there are a couple ways of getting to fish. The one that I'll show is to slide your arms under you. So you can kind of rock to one side, bring one hand under you, palm facing down, then rock to the other side, get the other hand under you, palms facing down, and then bend your elbows to lift your chest. Then you can take your head to the floor, take your hands out of your way, and you can push into the head, spread the ribs, spread the toes. There are other variations, flying fish with arms overhead or legs extended. When you're done, come down. Check in with your body. What do you need? Maybe a twist, maybe a restorative pose, maybe a little self-massage, anything or nothing. Eventually settling into a symmetrical, relaxed position for Shavasana. Feel free to adjust your clothing or grab props or take your time getting as comfortable as you can. You can let go of the control of your breath. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Move your wrists and ankles and take a stretch out long through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. Roll to one side. And use your hands to help you up to sitting. Bring hands together at the heart. And just take a moment to silently thank yourself for your practice. You can let that gratitude expand out to the people and circumstances that make it possible for you to be here. And that could extend far and wide. Maybe even sending gratitude and well wishes to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you haven't been to my website recently, check it out. I often have retreats, workshops, things you might be interested in, mostly in Western Mass and Boston, but I lead retreats other places too. Maybe you want to come to Costa Rica. So thank you for practicing with me.